And we are live here at the beautiful Sofitel Obelisk. Don't get it messed up with one of the other three Sofitels because they're here. We're at the Agora Global Blockchain Conference. It has been a great event. I have with me here two guys that if you're in Dubai, they really don't need an introduction. Jorge Sebastiao and Franco Fiore. They really how do I say it the right way? They have all the connections to put the events together. They run a wonderful networking event, EcoX, every Monday, right?
Except Tuesday.
Or Tuesday, that's what I thought.
Sometimes twice a week.
Sometimes twice a week. I'll be speaking there tonight, as well as my client with Prosaga.com, Jay Moore. So tell me, George, I know it's been a little bit of an evolution of the brand and how it's come to be where it is today. Tell me a little bit about how that has been and maybe the situation here. What brought you to the Congress?
Well, let's answer each one of these in step or in detail. First, the brand about EcoX came because we were together listening to some nice Latino music. And in the process, we decided that the community needed to be built together. And we realized that the community has three legs. You need, and we call this MBC, money, brains, and contacts. So you need money because without money, no projects. You need ideas, blockchain use cases. Lots of these projects are around. Actually, you can say that Dubai has become one of the blockchain capitals of the world because of regulatory, the IFC, the MCC, ADGM, and Abu Dhabi. And the last part is the most important ingredient, which is contacts. Contacts is about connections, about ecosystem. And that's where the name actually came from. Eco, X by ecosystem, connections. So you come to Dubai, you don't know anybody, you want to be successful.
Yeah.
We accelerate that success for you.
Well, there's no doubt about it. And, like I said, I was introducing him to, I've introduced him to a lot of clients, I guess, over the years. But, it's an amazing network that you guys have built. And, it says a lot about you because, of course, you have to have the leadership. People have to, of course, trust you and know you and everything else to be able to walk into any of these situations, know everybody, put it together. Now, I know Mr. Fiore over here, Franco, you have connections as well. Almost, you guys kind of help each other almost, right? Some different connections, I think, on your end, for different connections on your end. So tell me a little bit, Franco, about how that has developed and how the partnership and the brand EcoX has helped move things forward.
So, how George already said, we just spoke like a few minutes ago, and we said like, okay, let's think about like the future when we we're working on an EcoX platform. It's going to be like a youth project, a very cool project, but it's like let's think about how we start. Like as George already said, we start with a reggaeton party. You ask why reggaeton party? So like it's very funny. Like so, I'm in the entertainment business for over 20 years, and I'm running a lot of venues here in Dubai for many years, own brands, all community. And one of my main events are like when I came like 2015, I started like with a reggaeton party, and people is like, "What is reggaeton? Reggae? I don't know. That's Latin hip hop." Okay, so but the people love it, so it's like a movement. So that's where I met George, and he was a great reggaeton dancer. So I saw this guy like, okay, no. So we met at one of my events because he's basically from Portugal, so he liked Latin music. So we met there. So, and then like so we start like talking to each other and like you say, cool. So I was like, what are you doing? So he's like, yeah, I'm like in the cybersecurity blockchain world. So I got into it. So he's my mentor. So he got me into the blockchain world. So everything what I know, he teach me. So, and then so we partner up, and then I had a lot of venues. So I was like, you know what? I have an idea. Why we not do our event, a networking event? I have the venues, you have the network. So that's why, like I have network, he have network. Yeah. So, but I had an event. So what we said, okay, let's do it. And we start like basically with like 10 people. And yeah, so with 10 people right now, some events of us have like over 300. So that means like we do a great job, I think, with like great people that supporting us, like Bruce, for many years already. And always a pleasure to sit here and talk to the community, talk to the world. And so we think like we are working on more projects together in the
Yes.
future because like we love to work with those people. They're brilliant. They do a great job. And EcoX, like as George already said, is for the ecosystem. And a lot of people like asking me like, what's behind that? I mean, like, why you do this for free? I was like, we are like superheroes. We like for the universe, kind of this. Like we like, I don't know, like yeah, just superheroes in the blockchain world.
People always asking me every time we run EcoX, what's the catch? I said, there's no catch. Just come and you'll make successful projects.
Yes. Come at 7 o'clock.
Well, yeah, and that is really what it is. Like we were just saying off screen, David and I go around the world and we interview people all over the place, and people now they've started to figure it out, right? But for the longest time, well, what are you guys doing? How you're not charging for this? You're not making money. This and that and the other. But really, it's the context, and you meet the investors, you meet the projects. It doesn't take long to put these together where you're making decent or great money yourself, and then you can start to invest in different things as well. So you guys have gone from 10-person meetups to now having locations in multiple countries.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about how that's progressed.
Well, actually, the brand of EcoX is actually traveling a little bit around the world. So today we have about 7, 8 different groups in WhatsApp, and these groups span places like Riyadh, Khobar, Bahrain, Kuwait, Beirut, Oman, Muscat. And we have brought the brand I just recently was in Kiev. We went from Kiev to Antalya, and the brand is there. It just shows up. People are asking me, when are you going to take this to China? I said, why not?
Why not?
Or Latin America.
Oh, you guys love Latin America, obviously. So it's right in my backyard. Let's do Latin America, guys. I'm in.
EcoX Latin America. Mark my words.
So yeah, so like basically what we do is like as George already said, like we in different countries, but I call it like it's a technology jam session, right? So we give the people the chance to go on the stage and present themselves and the companies and
before everyone has too much to drink.
Yeah. So maybe some people don't like it what we do because we're not charging, because we do it with love. It's very simple, you know what I'm saying, with passion. So that's why like and we are like have more countries to come. We are planning our next year like our own summit. We are planning something in Saudi Arabia, and so I think we are ready also like to make bigger things, and we also will do because we do it with passion. EcoX, stay in contact, connectors.
It's ecox.ceo or ecox.pro. I think they've updated it. It's ecox.pro.
Yes.
So you're from Portugal. This area has been really just blowing up. Lisbon has been a bit of a hotbed. Can you tell us a little bit about what's going on over there?
Well, actually, Lisbon has become successful for many reasons. First, they had the trouble when it was the Troika and all the economical situation in Europe. But one of the greatest ideas and things that Lisbon did is they took the Web Summit that was originally hosted in Ireland and they brought it to Lisbon. This summit brings 100,000 people in different technologies, Web 3.0, blockchain, AI. And as a result, since these events have been happening in Lisbon for the last 4 or 5 years, guess what happened? Google opened an office, Mercedes opened an office, and I guess the rest is history. If we speak around today, after the Web Summit, there's a Solana conference. Everybody is in Lisbon today.
Everybody's in Lisbon today. And, the Solana, as you mentioned that, I mean, those NFTs are hot, guys. A lot of that is being built on Solana, as we know. It's one of the choice networks. That event I told you guys off screen in NYC was crazy. So you'll probably see all of us in New York City. And I think getting these guys into New York City, I know George travels a lot, but I don't know if Franco, not so much. You came from Germany. You're here. How long have you been here?
Right now, like over 11 years.
Over 11 years. So tell us a little bit about what you see the differences between Germany and Dubai.
I hope some people don't hate me now in Germany for this question. So both are like great countries, to be honest. It's okay. Like we start like with Dubai. Like Dubai is like open mind. The government like supporting this what we are doing right now with especially like in technology, blockchain, and the whole that like George already said like the future is going to be the main hub, one of the main hubs in the world. Yeah. So more and more people see because in EcoX we see like I'm receiving daily like around like 10 to 20 new members in our community that text me they want to be a part of it. So that means like this shows me only like a lot of people coming and they're searching the context here. So and this what we love here to work here and to live here because the country give us the opportunity and the freedom to do that. And of course there's some benefits compared to Germany. We talk about tax.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
And US.
we need to be honest. I mean, like we have tax here, we have VAT 5%, but we can deal with when you come from a country like me, Germany. Like, of course, like we have a great country. Like it's very regulated and it's amazing. So, but of course, if you're like entrepreneur and you want to grow and you're a company and you love to go to a country that you get like more support and pay maybe a little bit less tax. Somebody don't want to hear this, but it's like this. So we don't have income tax here in the UAE.
Right.
That means like more you can invest in your company, in your development, in your network or whatever. But of course, we like following up our tax system here in the UAE. 5% we can deal with it. Let's see how long it stays. You never know.
I know, you never
You never
know.
know, you know.
Things change quickly in the
Quickly.
kingdom.
Yeah.
It's one of the things
So-
I say.
So, but everything is fine. We're like more happy to be here. But Germany, both countries are great, and it's just like great to be a part of this movement here.
Yes, fantastic. Thank you very much. So, George, I know you've been watching and if not participating in this NFT space that is just absolutely exploding. I'm seeing in New York City, major brands coming in. I feel like this is the tipping point of mass adoption. What are your thoughts on that? What are you most excited about?
Well, I believe what is most exciting about what is happening in this space is not just the NFT by itself, is the use cases that you make with the NFT. One example I can give you, I think is extremely hot, is something called gamify. And gamify is bringing in several key elements. One is the gaming, one is the NFT, the other one is the DeFi, and the third one is the DAO. So decentralized autonomous organization, distributed decentralized finance, NFTs, and gaming. So now, what is it?
There's all your acronyms. Okay,
Now-
folks, were you paying attention?
Now let's translate that
I
into
know.
simple English for everybody. You play video games. That's it. So you earn swords. The swords are NFTs. You get to buy and sell them. You make money.
Right.
And DAO means you all cooperate together, and I make money because you're my friend. You also make money,
Yes.
and the rest is history.
Well, it is really interesting. I think, he touched on a few things there, obviously. One we just spoke about. I was on another interview. Someone interviewed me downstairs.
I was gonna say one last thing.
Yeah.
Remember this famous book that says "Rich Dad Poor Kid"? I
Yeah.
think it's gonna be "Rich Kid Poor Dad."
I think you're right. It's going to be rich kid, poor dad, especially with countries like ours printing up so much money. They're just printing and printing and printing. And that's why so many people are running to blockchain-based systems that are ruled by math with limited supply and everything like that. With the NFTs, I see a lot of the brands coming in because they think it's going to protect their intellectual property. Maybe a lot of that was available in the blockchain before, but now they understand it. So now they say it's in terms that they can understand. Okay, well now I get it. And like you said, it's not just the only exciting thing going on. So Expo 2020 has been a big influx of people and money and really everything else. How has that affected your business? And do you like it?
I mean, like of course, the expo is like it's something amazing for the region. And we feel that a lot of people are new in Dubai, and they're super exciting. And like, of course, like we try to guide those people also to our events. We guide them like specializing like with people like coming to the expo. Not it's not like to just stay 1 week.
Right.
We catch them like, oh, you still here? Yes. I'm like, why? Oh man, like extend 1 week, extend 2 weeks. After you see them, after like oh no, maybe I'll base here. I'll stay here. Suddenly, people moving here to Dubai, and that's just great, because they've never been here before, or just maybe just vacation 1 week or like a few days with the family, and now through the expo, people have the business wise, or like they just take like our longer vacation to to investigate more about the region and about like the expo and everything. But the results is like that we get new community and we got new people, and it's great to have them. And we are like more happy to have a more couple months to expo here in Dubai. And I've been there like 2 times and it was great. So, but it's gonna be not like the last time. So I think George maybe have a few words about the expo, because last time when he called me, he's like, "Oh, I'm sweating." I'm like, why? Because it's so far.
Yeah, Expo is a big commercial for Dubai. It's much more than that. Actually, Expo is about 2 or 3 times the size of Monaco, just to give you an idea. So to go from one side or the other, you have to walk a few kilometers. But more important than that is 192 countries coming together, exchanging ideas in various areas: technology, mobility, and you can call it ecosystem, so that you have renewables, so you don't pollute the planet, and you have a vibrant system. So all these three elements together are the ideas that brought the expo together, and each country is showing up with their ideas, their evolution about these three concepts. And I think so far the expo has been a gigantic success.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. It's been absolutely fantastic. Dubai is open. I've been telling you guys for months. It's open. Bring your PCR test. You are going to need that. But otherwise, it's business as usual for the most part. Most of there's so many companies that are moving here, different shows that are moving here, and it's really an exciting time for sure. So it's ecox.pro. If you're coming to Dubai, make sure that you look these guys up. They're building one of the biggest networks in the world, and happy to have them on here. One last question, because I just wanted to kind of get your feelings on this. I know at AIBC you were featured in the magazine. There you were, big as life. You had 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 pages. I don't remember. Then of course with the Gulf Blockchain Week, I really felt like it was such a nice moment to really see you kind of come into, I say it's coming to your own would be how I would say it, but how does it feel to touch so many different people and be responsible for the success of so many projects?
Actually, I feel humbled by it, nothing more. We're just here to assist the projects, and the people that are members of these projects take care by themselves. We're just here to give them a little push. That's it.
Well, there you have it, folks. I think we'll end with that. It's Franco Fiore and Jorge Sebastiao, ecox.pro. Thanks so much for coming on.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you, Bruce.
Oh, and we'll be there tonight together. Yep.